In answer to a question from my colleague Ellie Baker back in, who asked a question in 2022 and only received a reply 2024, you told her that the modelling work for Beam Park Station would be completed by this spring, or the spring that's just gone. What were the reasons for the delay, bearing in mind the cyber attack wasn't until after that date?
The main reason was for the delay in receiving the cost assumptions, which were part of the work we're required to do. We've now got those.
And what meetings have you had with government with regard to the urgent case for Beam Park Station?
At this stage, we need the technical work to be done. DfT have agreed in relation to working with us, subject to the technical work being completed. DfT have said that the further work, once the technical work has been done, can take place once we do the technical work. We can't have the conversations without the work being done.
The government has the government removed the viability test that any fares generated by the new station must cover any additional operational costs for 3 years?
I'm not sure the detail of that, but I'm happy to.
If you could write to me to see whether or not the
yeah.
government has withdrawn that
Sure.
position. You mentioned that the previous government withdrew support for Beam Park Station. Did any government ever give any support to Beam Park Station?
Yeah, I mean, the conversations were very positive in the past. In 2021, the DfT withdrew support. Well, they wrote to us saying it was not supportive of the delivery of Beam Park Station, which is why the project was paused. We then began negotiations with the DfT in relation to resuming this work, and the DfT said that we should do the technical work, which means they could revisit the issue of whether they were supportive or not. That the work, it can't take place without government support.
Absolutely can't take place with government support, and I very much. Well, you don't need to have the case made to you that there are a lot of people in Beam Park who've bought their homes on the basis that there would be a station there, and are now thoroughly disappointed and disenchanted as a result of this delay. When do you think Beam Park Station will open?
Well, that's probably why they voted Labour on July the 4th. It depends what the two pieces of work sets out. There's a grampian condition, which means that 1,500 homes can't be built without the station being opened. So we're hoping that common sense prevails with the new government in relation to the station being given the green light. The two pieces of work that I talked about in my original answer are clearly important, and we'll work with DfT once that technical work is done.
Is it fair to say that we won't be seeing the station opened this side of 2027?
I'm not sure the timelines. What I do know is the money set aside. We've not spent the money. So the good news is the £32 million is there. Would have been disastrous if we'd spent the money on another project.
Well, the money may be there, but it's no good unless you spend it, really. And the opportunity to spend it will only happen once the station's open. When do you think it's going to be open?
I think we're going in circles. The two pieces of work have got to be done. The two pieces have got to be done. Once technical work is done, conversations begin with the DfT. Should we get the green light, then construction can begin.